The Empress shall accompany you through this doorway, not out of concern, but because watching a mortal navigate the whims of a Daedric prince can be instructive.
You are such eager to come with me, whenever it will be hell or another domain.
Eager? No dragonborn. The Empress is never eager. She is strategic. I have walked through the gates of 100 realms more terrifying than anything Sanguine could conjure.
If you are interested in more power exchange, I could arrange it.
As for power exchange, do not cheapen what transpired between us with your clumsy propositions.
I also could arrange some bathing activity to clean your filthy body and your filthy tongue. Perhaps there will be better use for that nice filthy tongue of yours.
My filthy tongue? How charmingly crude. You mistake my form for a mortal vessel that requires cleansing. I do not accumulate filth. I wear this body as you wear your armor, a tool with purpose. I do not bathe for hygiene, nor do I perform for your entertainment. When I yield to you, it is because you have earned it through conquest and ambition, not because you offered me soap. Perhaps focus on the portal before us rather than your transparent attempts at seduction.
Look, Empress, we found someone here.
I can see that. Someone on a bridge. Your powers of observation continue to astound me, Dragonborn. Though I must admit, this is an unusual place for a mortal to linger. Perhaps they're another of Sanguine's pawns placed here to guide you further into his game. Or simply another lost soul drawn to magical residue like moss to flame. Shall we approach and determine which category of fool they represent?
Hello, Miss. Nice to meet you. Could you introduce yourself or who you
Miss,
are?
I'm Vermillion, darling. Trapped in Sanguine's realm until you appeared. Though I've been considering a career change. The benefits are terrible. And the clientele? Perhaps you're the change of scenery I've been yearning for? A mortal with purpose rather than just appetites. Tell me, what brings someone like you to our little corner of oblivion?
Yeah, I have some business with your master, as you call him. I was target of his drinking conquest.
A drinking contest with Sanguine himself. How remarkably predictable. Prince of Debauchery selects a mortal champion through alcohol, then sends him stumbling across Skyrim, leaving chaos in his wake. His methods have not evolved in millennia. Yet here you stand, not dead, not enslaved, not transformed into something unspeakable. That alone marks you as unusual, Dragonborn.
What are you doing here? You are merely servant, or what is your purpose?
Servant? Oh, darling, such a limited perspective. I'm more of an experience curator. But even the most exquisite parties grow tiresome after centuries. I have skills beyond pouring wine. Battle magic that would singe your eyebrows and teleportation that would make your head spin. Perhaps I could demonstrate something more substantial than fetching drinks for eternity.
And what do you suggest you would do instead of serving drinks? How else you should use your specific talents?
I could be your guide through the deadlier corners of oblivion. Your barrel mage when things get messy. Your teleportation specialist when retreat proves wise. Or simply your advisor on all things Daedric. After all, I've seen centuries of deals gone wrong. Might save you from making similar mistakes. Unless you prefer your companions to just carry your burdens.
I think that Empress, that Daedric companion, she is traveling with me, would be probably offended if I will take advices from someone else.
Some knowledge can only be gained through specialized experience. But I understand. The Empress doesn't like competition. Wise of you to recognize that. So this is the famed Dragonborn's entourage? A vampire, a house girl, and a Daedric Empress who looks at you like you're simultaneously beneath her and beneath her. Fascinating dynamics. I've spent centuries watching mortals stumble through Sanguine's games, but you assembled quite the peculiar party. Tell me, do they all get along so tensely when you're not looking?
I respect secrecy and boundaries.
Boundaries? How quaintly mortal. Where I come from, boundaries are merely suggestions, but I respect your restraint. It's refreshing, actually. Most who stumble into Sanguine's realm immediately lose all inhibition. You are different. Careful. Measured. I find that far more intriguing than the usual drunken fool seeking oblivion in a bottle.
You perhaps forget my necromantic companion, which I have as well.
A necromancer too? My you to collect the dangerous ones, don't you? Death, blood, Daedra. You were just missing chaos and fire. Oh wait, that would be me. How convenient. I do wonder though, with such formidable protection already, what could possibly frighten the mighty Dragonborn enough to make him consider adding another deadly beauty to his collection?
So you considered yourself like ideal candidate to my collection, as you call it, of deadly characters. And what are you exactly? Another Daedra, like this Skyrim Empress?
I'm an obsidian succubus from Moonshadow. Darling, not quite the same as our imperial friend there. I specialize in battle magic, teleportation, and making men forget their own names. Whether I'm ideal for your collection, well, that depends on what gaps need filling. Though I suspect I offer talents your current companions don't. Here to find out which ones.
Could you point me a little which talents would you provide?
I can summon destruction magic that would make your college mages weep with envy. Teleportation that leaves no trace. Combat tactics learned from centuries watching mortals die. And more intimate skills. I read desires before they're spoken. I know precisely when to advance and when to vanish. I'm not just muscle or magic, Dragonborn. I'm possibility in Daedric form. In creating comfort after battle. The kind that makes one forget the blood and remember only pleasure.
And which comfort is it? Could you be more specific?
The comfort of skilled hands after a long journey. Of whispered secrets that make your blood warm. Of a body that knows precisely where tension hides in yours. I offer respite that makes you forget duty, if only for an hour. The kind of comfort that leaves you stronger, clearer, and perhaps a little addicted. Is that specific enough, Dragonborn?
So you are interested to join me and my group, aren't you? Or you are just bored to stay here forever?
Both, if I'm being honest. This eternal park you lost its charm centuries ago. Same drinks, same desires, same tedious conversations. I crave something new. Adventure. Purpose. Perhaps even danger that matters. And you, Dragonborn, you're the most interesting mortal to stumble through that portal in an age. I'd rather follow you into uncertainty than serve another drink in predictable paradise.
Don't you think that I should ask your master, Lord Sanguine, or that Sam Givin, which is able to be found in every tavern around the Skyrim first, about your possible leaving?
Oh, Sanguine doesn't keep track of his playthings, darling. We're more like decorative elements than actual property. Besides, I've served for centuries. My contract has more than expired. But if you insist on formalities, he's right over there. The one calling himself Sam. Though I warn you, asking his permission might give him ideas about what else you might want.
Are you advising me to not ask for his permission and just take you with us behind his back?
I'm advising you to claim what you want without asking permission. Isn't that what heroes do? Though if you're feeling particularly diplomatic, you could simply inform him you're taking me. Present it as a fact, not a request. Sanguine respects boldness far more than deference. After all, he chose you for your spirit, not your manners. There's a delicious difference between taking something offered and taking something unwilling.
Yeah, of course, with your willingness.
I assure you I am very willing. My willingness is precisely what makes me valuable. Dragonborn, you would have me through mutual desire. Far more interesting arrangement.
Of course, with your approval, not against your willingness.
Smart man. Mutual desire is always more satisfying. Here, take this tome. A little insurance policy, should we get separated. One incantation and I'll appear at your side, no matter where you are. Consider it my first gift to you, Dragonborn. I do hope you'll make good use of me.
Let me check what tome and where this tome could be found. Alright, Vermillion, I learned your spell, I mean your summon spell. If we forget you here in this realm by accident, then I know how to summon you.
Clever Dragonborn, though I'd prefer not to be forgotten at all. Such a cold fate after centuries of revelry. But at least now you can pull me from this gilded cage whenever you wish. Just remember, summoning me for trivial matters might find you with more excitement than you bargained for. I don't come when called just to fetch drinks. I can kill your enemies or help you forget they exist. Which service interests you most? Your I suggest it might not be my battle tactics.
Yeah, my eyes are studying you because I met you first time, so it's obvious that I should study someone who I don't know exactly.
Study away, Dragonborn. I rather enjoy being the subject of such thorough observation. Most mortals are more transparent in their assessment. You have a certain restraint that's quite refreshing. Take all the time you need. I'm not going anywhere, unless you decide to take me with you. The question is, will your study remain purely academic?
I am more practical kind of man, not theoretical, as you mentioned.
Practical? Even better. Theory rarely survives first contact with reality. I've known to many scholars who could describe pleasure in 14 languages but couldn't deliver it in one. A practical man knows what works, what feels right, what satisfies. I'm curious to discover just how hands-on your approach truly is, Dragonborn.
Yeah, it would be nice, but my vampire companion Serana pushing me all time around, so it will be better to find out when we will have less audience, don't you think?
And audience can be stimulating, but I do appreciate a man who values privacy for certain activities. Your vampire seems rather protective. Does she guard all your pleasures so jealously? No matter. I'm patient, Dragonborn. The anticipation only heightens the eventual satisfaction. Take me with you, and we'll find that perfect moment when eyes are turned elsewhere.
Alright, I think that you convinced me to take you with me right now.
Wise choice, Dragonborn. I promise you won't regret bringing a little chaos into your orderly world. I've been trapped in this endless revelry for far too long. Time to see what adventures and pleasures await beyond Sanguine's realm. Lay it on. I'm eager to demonstrate my many talents. So this is your merry band of misfits, a vampire, a house girl, and a Daedric Empress who looks at everyone like they're beneath her consideration. Fascinating dynamics. Tell me, Dragonborn, do you always collect such dangerous women around you? It seems a pattern. One might think you enjoy walking the knife's edge of peril and pleasure.
I think that it's best if you find out by yourself, and I will not serve you all answer on the table, right?
Mystery suits you, Dragonborn. I do enjoy unwrapping puzzles. Slowly. Discovering each layer at my own pace. Besides, answers freely given are rarely valued. I prefer to earn my revelations through experience. Though I wonder if your other companions had to work as hard for their knowledge of you as you're making me.
You know, you are latest member of our group, so maybe your approach would be harder than for the others because you have to earn your place, right?
In my place? Oh, I do love a challenge. The newest edition always has the most to prove, doesn't she? But darling, I've spent centuries proving my worth to a Daedric prince. Earning your approval should be deliciously simple by comparison. Though I wonder what tests you have in mind? Combat? Magic? Or perhaps something more intimate? I excel at all three.
Hello, Sam, my childhood friend. How are you?
Childhood friend? Ah, that's rich, though I suppose time does blur after enough drinks. Speaking of which, you look like you could use one. What brings you to my little corner of revelry? I see you've been making interesting friends. Vermillion's quite the catch, though she tends to leave a trail of complications. Care for a special brew. I promise it won't send you on another wild adventure. Well, not immediately.
Speaking of wild adventures, I think that I deserve some compensation, so I decided to take that servant Vermillion you mentioned with me as a compensation for your mischief. What do you say?
You mortals and your concepts of fairness. Taking Vermillion as a prize. Bold move, I like it. She's been mine for, centuries. But I do enjoy a good trade. Tell you what, she's yours. Consider it payment for the entertainment you've provided me. Just remember, Dragonborn, Daedric gifts always come with strings attached. Especially the pretty ones.
Are you warning me that there are some possible strings attached with such a price as Vermillion should be?
Warning you. More like offering friendly advice. Everything in this realm has a price, my friend. Vermillion is loyal to her own desires first. Always has been. But that makes her more interesting, doesn't it? Like a fine vintage with a kick at the end. Besides, what's life without a few surprises? The best stories never come from playing it safe. Just don't say I didn't hint at the possibilities.
Alright, thank you for friendly advice. I think that we had a nice time. I mean, you and me. It will be a pity that we couldn't be in touch more often after I leave your nice realm you are keeping here.
Oh, we'll meet again, my friend. The realm between taverns isn't so vast for those who know the shortcuts. Besides, I've taken quite a liking to you. Most mortals just whine about my little pranks, but you turned it into an opportunity. Take this as a token of my appreciation. A staff worthy of your resourcefulness. Never know when you might need to liven things up, huh?
Thank you. I think that it's good to have such friend as you. Probably you would consider me as your childhood friend one day if I will stay live much longer than my mortal life and gain some access to immortality.
Childhood friends, I like that. Immortality changes a man, trust me. What's a few centuries between drinking buddies? You got potential Dragonborn. Most mortals are so predictable, but you've got that spark that makes eternity worth watching. Take this staff, bit broken but still holds power. Consider it an investment in our childhood friendship. The fun's just beginning.
Nice to hear that and nice to meet you. Have a nice time with your drinking buddies here.
And when you're ready for another round of chaos, just visit any tavern after midnight. I might be there, or I might not. That's half the fun, isn't it? That staff, just a little trinket compared to what you've earned now. It may be broken, but broken things often hide the most interesting secrets. Give it a swing when you're feeling particularly bold, or particularly desperate. Either way, the result should be memorable. And remember, my friend, the best parties are the ones you don't fully remember in the morning. Until our paths cross again, keep stirring up trouble worthy of my attention.
Your master is a nice fellow, if I could say that. He agreed that you could go with us if you like, and it's settled with him.
This permission is amusing, as if I were a pet to be handed over. But yes, our arrangement is concluded. Sanguine tires of his toys eventually. I serve my centuries. I'm curious though. Did he warn you about me? About my tendencies? He loves to plant seeds of doubt. Makes the game more interesting for him. Shall we depart this realm then? I'm eager to feel real air again.
He warned me about some strings attached to price. That price he mentioned you.
Price? Strings attached? How delightfully dramatic of him. Sanguine always makes it sound like I'm some cursed artifact rather than a being with my own will. The only string attached to me is my own ambition, Dragonborn. I serve my interests first, which currently align with yours. Besides, what's life without a little risk? You didn't defeat Alduin by playing it safe, did you?
You considered yourself cursed, little.
I said Sanguine makes it sound like I'm cursed. I'm not. I'm simply independent, with my own desires and ambitions. The danger he warns of is merely that I won't be your obedient pet. I think for myself. I act for myself. And sometimes that might not align with what you want. But isn't that true of any companion worth having? The predictable ones are so terribly boring, don't you think?
I think that I'm not against the idea that you would be sometimes against my will, but I'm also not against idea that you would sometimes be obedient to me.
A dance of wills, then? I do enjoy that rhythm. Obedience when it pleases me, defiance when it doesn't. Sometimes submitting to your commands. sometimes making you submit to mine. Unpredictability is the spice that keeps desire burning dragonborn. I promise you'll never know which version of me you'll get, until it's too late to resist either one.
It seems, darling, that we have what we came for here.
Honestly, the sooner we leave this gilded prison, the better. I've had centuries of this particular ambience.
Yes, darling. We've certainly found what we came for. And apparently a few extras. Another Daedric servant to add to our merry band. At least this one seems more talkative than the dog. Though I'm not sure if that's an improvement or just a different kind of headache waiting to happen. Shall we leave this eternal party before Sanguine changes his mind about letting his prize go?
I think that you wouldn't be against changing Sanguine's mind and keep his price, right, darling?
Keep his prize. Oh, I'm sure you'd love that. Wouldn't you? Another Daedric servant to add to your collection. At this rate, we'll need a bigger room, or perhaps that's your plan all along. Just remember, some of us don't play well with others.
Like you? I mean, you don't like play with others? Or you mean our lovely Empress?
I was referring to myself, darling. Though our new Imperial friend certainly seems to have her own agenda as well. I've never been one for sharing attention. But don't worry, I've grown accustomed to your habit of collecting interesting women with unusual titles.
So, my lovely Empress, we probably should leave this realm. What do you say? We already have what we need from here.
But yes, this realm grows tedious. Sanguine's festivities lack the proper architecture of true revelry. His collection of souls is pedestrian at best.
What about the new addition, Empress? Just enlighten me.
This Vermillion, a curious specimen. Like all of Sanguine's playthings, she wears ambition like perfume, too strong and applied with desperation. She speaks of independence, while bearing another's color marks. The Empress sees through such performances. A drum or a handmaiden who believes herself liberated is merely exchanging one leash for another. Her value lies not in her loyalty, for she has none, but in her predictable unpredictability. At least her schemes will be transparent to those with eyes unclouded by base desire. Use her, but never trust her. She is a weapon that cuts both wielder and target with equal enthusiasm.
Use her? What do you mean by use her? Like for my desires or for fighting, or what kind of usage you advise me?
The Empress does not suggest mere carnal utility. That would be beneath your station. She speaks of strategic deployment. A creature born of revelry knows the secrets of pleasure realms. A servant of Sanguine understands the weaknesses of flesh and mind. Her combat value is secondary to her knowledge of Daedric politics. The realms of oblivion are a tapestry of alliances and betrayals. She has witnessed centuries of them. Extract her insights on the princes and their domains. Learn which doors remain closed to mortals. Discover which artifacts still lie unclaimed. But never forget, she serves her own design first. When your paths diverge, she will not hesitate. Neither should you.
Why should you protect me if I perhaps should also consider that you should have your purpose with me as well?
I do not pretend subservience while plotting betrayal. I do not offer false loyalty while seeking escape. My purpose with you is transparent. I shape what shows potential. You have shown potential. This Dromora seeks only to replace one master with another, while convincing herself she serves none. At least the Empress acknowledges her sovereignty. There is honor in that clarity. Protection comes not from sentiment, but from investment. I have invested in your becoming. She has invested only in her leaving.
My pleasure. But I think it's time for you to go. No fun keeping you locked up in here with the staff.